Okay. Today's the first thing.
We'll open the September 11th meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to entertain a motion that we have a moment of silence for the first responders, all the very good. Pledge allegiance. We got this? Man, oh man, so fast. Okay, roll call.
Roll call, trustee. Trustee High.
I'm here.
Trustee Foley.
Yes, I'm
Trustee Hopkins.
here.
Trustee Ryder.
Here.
And Supervisor Allen.
Here. Ziggy, we got any more agendas? Moving on to roll call. Can I get a approval of the prior meeting minutes? So motion. Can I get a second? Motion and second. Roll call.
Trustee High.
Yes.
Trustee Foley.
Yes.
Trustee Hopkins.
Yes.
Trustee Ryder.
Yes.
Supervisor Allen.
Public comment. Anybody from the public? Yes, sir.
Just a question
Let's say your name first.
Noah Strasser. Just the people that are entertaining to be with a union, can it be announced what union it's with? Who's negotiating for the taxpayers and who's representing the workers that's up here?
The union is so laborers union is representing the collective bargaining units. They're attending most of the negotiation meetings which Trustee Hopkins came to the last one. Not been
Are they asking for a lot more than what we're already paying?
So the deliberations, the negotiations of salaries for groups of employees is confidential, and we disclose that as a joke. Any other questions? Okay. Anybody else?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Robert Brown. I just hope that as you guys go through these negotiations that you realize that these officers are on the when it comes to you, supervisor.
No, you're right.
This place was shut down in a minute.
So we got some good gals. And we got a good gal from down the street here too.
I hope you do a good job.
Two good gals down the street. Anybody else? Moving on, reports by officers, committee, or special committee. Yes, sir.
But to wish our counselor their party happy birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday!
Oh, it's Chuck's birthday. I knew. Happy birthday.
So
weird day to have a birthday on.
Yeah. And two of our friends, a friend of mine, posted her daughters.
I guess I'd like to address the matter that Mr. Strauss is going to be talking about tonight. And I guess I wanted to address this before we're possibly forced to go into executive session. Just to refresh, if the public doesn't know, first of all, this board, at least to me, I did not know anything about this until negotiations were even underway, which I thought was, I don't know if the word is rude or just, I can't believe it. I mean, that we weren't even, right, and, you know, and again, I don't know why we weren't notified.
I'm sorry if that happened.
Well, it did happen. So anyway, so I'm kind of behind everything, trying to figure out where we're at. I'm not against any township employees going to union, period. That's totally fine, and they have every right to do that. But I was elected by the citizens and the taxpayers, and we're here to protect them as well. We want the best bang for our citizens' buck. And, you know, I assume that that's what you guys want as well. So, you know, it's like we need to run a business like it's our own business. I understand that, and it's also not their fault to ask for big pay raises. I don't blame them. Heck, if I was in their shoes, I'd ask for a big pay raise myself, you know. But again, I believe that it's my job to do the very best for the taxpayers. That's who elected us. And I want to know what's going on before it happens. We can't know after the fact, oh, we gave them a 25% pay raise. That's not right.
It's going to be brought up tonight.
Well, I didn't know, but what I'm saying is, you know, so that's where, and before we do it in executive session, all right, I hope, Terry, that you'll provide, or Mike, or Dan, that you guys are going to provide some statistics that show what other employees in other townships are making, how many employees they have compared to what we have now. Because again, for our people, for Collinsville and Maryville and the folks in the township, we don't want to be paying double what other townships are paying the taxpayers. That ain't fair, you know. And so, before we say, okay, we're going to give them these, you know, raise or whatever, we need that information.
We'll work with you.
Yeah, and you know, and again, I ask seniors out there, or parents, or people that have parents, you know, seniors, what was their raise last year for Social Security? Was it the year before 0.02% and then 2%? That's all I'm saying. You know, we have to be fair about this, and I want the best for the taxpayers. So.
Very good. Yeah, Mike.
First of all, whether the township knew about it, or knew about it or not, to me isn't relevant, because I didn't know. But the employees have their right to organize after work hours and stuff like that without our knowledge until they become organized. And that's how the system works.
And I didn't feel that about that. That's how.
I don't think
and that's how it went down.
That.
Yeah.
I'm not upset that we're going to. In fact, I actually advocated that when I came on. And there's other people who have also. But, bottom line is that we should have been notified. There was a letter that came from the labor board that notified the board. We get every correspondence for thank you cards, for flowers. We get correspondence, thank you for your donation for the compound squad and everything else, but we didn't get that correspondence. And I'm not blaming you, I'm not blaming you, I'm not blaming anybody. But somebody,
I think that got squared away last week.
Somebody didn't give us that letter, and we weren't notified that this was occurring. I knew it was occurring, but I didn't know it was official on paper.
From now on, there hasn't been really nothing done.
I don't think there's going to be many other times that the whole township's going to join the union. It's not that answer. Just, you know, from now on, if that's the way it's always been done, it's bothers me. And so we can't do anything about it. Moving forward, though, you know, I hope we do an open session, and because I believe the public deserves to know where folks stand, and
I'll be corrected by our attorney if I'm wrong. We can't discuss figures for an ongoing negotiation.
well, we can get to that. I got some.
In open session.
Sure, we'll chat on that when it gets to the end.
Right. So that's not the proper negotiations on the employer side, which that's what we're on, or the employee side. I mean, you can't discuss that in an open forum.
Well, I have some
say
things.
that anyway.
Okay, well, I have some things I want the public to know. If you guys want a 25% raise for a certain employee,
Who's saying that?
I have a letter right here. We can get to it when we get to the agenda. I have a letter. It's actually 22%. We can get to that.
Anybody else? Anything else on the reports of the officers committee and special committee? Anything else? Moving on. Approval of bills. Under the general assistance bill for $6,541.27.
I have lots of questions, and I'm hoping somebody can answer. So on these bills, and maybe one of you guys can explain too. So let's go back to last meeting, August 28th. The balance, let's say in the general assistance, we'll start there, was $430,337. All right. Is this what we voted on, the $7,693, Terry? Is that before or after that ending balance?
You know who it is, and she's stick back and make it up. You can put it, the girl that just left, you know when the answer was no, she's not here no more.
Maybe. So, like, this balance here, this is August 28th meeting, that we voted on the $7,693. Is that before or after the ending balance?
Okay, Jerry, I explained this before. Bank balances are the previous end of the month balances off the bank statement. This is the bank statement balance. I don't change that balance until I get the bank statement at the end of the month or after it's due to the first week of the next month.
You reconcile it?
Yes. Once it's reconciled, then the balance.
So it only changes once a month.
Yes, sir.
So it would actually be easier to understand if we looked at the bills once a month, possible.
Possibly. I also put.
This is my stuff here.
Okay.
So
The file that you had here.
either way, it just doesn't make sense. And the reason is, and I just want to understand. So we started with 430. If that was before or after, it doesn't matter. We spent 6.5, and it went down 15,000. So even if you add, where's the other?
That's that.
It doesn't add up. And same thing down
If you
here.
look at your monthly things where you have the receivables and the expenditures, it should add up because it adds up according to the audit.
And this isn't even close at all, like on the town fund. So we spent, this meeting, okay, 28 grand, 4,943,36, correct? Okay. The balance before was 1,273,000.
Okay.
All right. 1 million. We got on this here $60,000. Am I right?
Right.
Okay. So you take that minus the 28,000. We should be up 40,000, but we're down 50,000.
This is just the balance as of the end of August. These are figures for September. These aren't off the balance yet. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand. It's just the numbers are not even close to adding up. Like Road and Bridge is up 200,000, but that shows because they had receivables. Their numbers actually add up, but ours don't. And like the general assistance, every time the money just I don't know where it's not being transferred, is it?
There's no money going into GA other than interest or something that the auditors have said needed to be applied to general. That's the only thing that gets put in there now, because when we collect taxes, we do not take that part of general assistance side. If you wanna come in during the week,
Yeah, I can, because it's just, I keep going over
and I
and the
can pull the bank
numbers.
statements out and I can show you,
Yeah,
okay?
okay.
Anybody else?
Okay, so my other question on the general assistant is, our general assistant, our social worker, I was made aware of last meeting that she resigned. Okay. When did she resign?
Well, the last day was either last week.
Friday.
Oh, okay, so she was here, she hadn't quit before the last meeting.
She was here till the last week.
Okay, gotcha. So that would make sense for why because we're voting on the pay, and I was like, well, if she quit 3 weeks ago, why are we paying her for this? Okay, I understand that. And then the last one on the general assistance, how much do we pay for like somebody's electric bill? Is that
It all depends if they're all different.
I mean, does this board think it's right? Like this $2,500 electric bill? $24.78.
You try to qualify.
What?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
The hammer is so there's like
That is a total of a whole bunch of,
Okay.
rural GA, yes.
Okay.
Max that we pay for one person per month or not?
If they qualify for general assistance emergencies, they can get up to $500. And then if they have additional folks from the house that qualify, it just depends on
Okay.
the circumstances. They can get $50 for each one of those.
And is this a one-time deal?
Yes,
Okay.
once every 12 months, yes.
And
also
some,
rent too?
For the
500.
emergency, but that's not for regular GA. This is all for emergency that I'm talking about.
if you tell them like today's one, it wasn't just us that put the money in. There was other groups around.
Yeah, like St. Vincent Hall and different places try to help.
You know, to make it work, so we can only do so much.
Everybody shares in the help.
Most of the time.
I was just making sure that wasn't one.
No, we just
I
issue
asked
one
that about
check.
3 months ago.
All we do is make pledges to Ameren, and then at the end of the month, one check is cut, and they get sent out. So, maybe twice a month, depending on how the meeting falls.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll come figure out a time.
So there is no set max except for emergency. If it's regular GA, there is a set max for regular
It's based on the client
on
and,
their income.
How many children go down?
well, most GAs can't have children because they're, well, they change their own scenario.
And are we getting a hold of the landlords before we send them
Yes,
the check?
we have papers that are signed
Okay, before they get the
that
check.
say, I will accept this, I will not take my so-and-so out within the next 60 days. And that's what we're required by law as far as the
Okay.
time. Yes, we do have that paper signed.
That's required on everybody?
Point of order.
It is, your son came in one time tonight for you.
I understand that, but the one I got in January, I didn't get one. And it shocked me when I got a check from somebody that's never gone for it.
You done, sir? Yeah. Okay. That was good you brought it up.
We have a motion. I made a motion to approve the general assistance.
We have a motion, we have a second. Second. Motion second. Any questions? If none, roll call.
Trustee Pat,
Yes.
trustee Colton,
Aye.
trustee Hudson,
Yes.
trustee Royer,
Yes.
supervisor
Going on to the road and bridge fund for $36,029.30.
So moved.
We have a motion, we have a second. A motion and second. Any questions? None, roll call.
trustee Pat,
Yes.
trustee Colton,
Aye.
trustee Hudson,
Yes.
trustee Royer,
Yes.
supervisor Allen,
Okay. On the equipment fund, we have nothing this time. Okay. Moving on to the town fund for $28,436.02.
So moved.
We have a motion, second. Second by Mike. Any questions? If none, roll call.
trustee Pat,
Yes.
trustee Colton,
Aye.
trustee Hudson,
Yes.
trustee Royer,
Yes.
supervisor Allen.
Okay. The assistance fund, nothing on it this time. Township fund, this is for the city, so we just probably about the water bill magic. $53.56. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Moving down, discussion on the business and work goes on the fees. Okay.
The correspondence.
So somebody's got something. Huh?
Correspondence, sorry. Two correspondence. We have to look at them, they came in late because we have to vote on the agenda for next time. One is the Gateway Center Festival Tree, $100 to enter, because we have done it. The other one is the Christmas parade, the city wanting to show this is all the rules. And
What is it?
it's $25.
I'd like to get, if you have all listed with those, I'll pay the interest myself.
We paid.
I think it would even be more beneficial, maybe, not so much, I mean, we can be in it, but if the senior center wanted to do something, I think that would be, because what,
Make a quote.
In
Interested?
my spare time,
well, I don't know, I mean, I'm just thinking, you know, for advertisement and stuff, that's what we really, unless you want more people to come to the meetings.
Maybe we get a big,
You
maybe
know.
we get a hay wagon, put the people in the shop there.
That's what I'm saying, it's just the township senior
Card
center,
table,
you know.
the bingo card.
yeah,
So December 1st.
And they're cooking.
Don't you look at the volunteers, that's good. Sure.
Does anybody have a extra, like, trailer or,
We can find one down somewhere.
I got a long one too.
I know an auctioneer that might have one.
Right.
I know a highway department.
Well, I mean,
might have one.
that might kind of even be fun for, you know, some of the folks to kind of decorate it, be in it.
What's that?
that'd be fun.
If you have some of the active members that like to do that kind of thing.
Yeah, there's a handful of hands that would show up and do.
How about you put out a feeler and then in a week?
We got time.
Figure it out.
Christmas
Right.
parade. We haven't had Halloween yet. December 1st.
Yeah.
We do
I
yoga.
better get my park.
Oh my
Or
God.
Zumba. Zumba. I
Yeah.
call it
I
yoga.
could put the vending machine in
I
the
could do,
trailer.
I could do a super demo on the.
Mhm. Just keep the microphone away from me. You won't be able to get it back.
Second. Any other correspondence? That's it?
That was it.
Okay. We got back here for next meeting.
Unfinished business.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I heard from the DFW today, they have not received a check. We promised them over the veterans, donation and stuff like that.
We can do it. I thought they was gonna have some, okay.
They
To
did.
say something, probably what happened, if you was gone.
Yeah, she was saying that.
So, because her father was ill, and I had asked Jenny about it, and she couldn't, she let things tell me. For some reason, she couldn't do that. So we had to wait till Vicky and the property to get it. So we would take care of it.
Very good, Mike. Anybody else on unfinished business? Before we go to the meeting, I would recommend you want to finish those.
Yeah, I'll motion to go out of order.
Okay, I'll second it. Motion a second. Roll call.
Is that what you call me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, out of order from the agenda, Mr. Evans.
Yeah.
Skip on the agenda.
Okay.
We're out of order all the time.
Trustee Fox.
Yes.
Trustee Foley. Trustee Hopkins. Trustee Wood.
Yes.
Supervisor Allen. Okay. It'll take a minute to turn off.
No, we're not.
No. We're gonna finish this up first, and then we'll go back. That's all right. Quite all right. Okay, anything on new business? Nothing on new business? Moving on. Anybody from the assessor's office want to comment? Nobody on the assessors? Road and bridge, Larry, you got anything there?
One thing I got going is, installing a bunch of new culverts and driveways throughout the township. And,
We took some roads on the west end too. Come on, I'm sorry.
it's, off of 162, it's, Kathy, what's the name of that road? asphalt to get it out the driveway colors. And we're dredging the pond at the end of California, still lead. The federal government is, paying for it. They're digging it all out.
How did all of our, what are they called, not culverts, but the big drainage ditches and stuff here in that corner? I know right when I got on the board, you said we had some problems, or we needed to re-dig some of those out.
We didn't have a breach, Lebanon Road was covered, right about on, in traffic on Lebanon Road for about 3 hours.
Yeah.
And that's unusual. I mean, because it's a lot longer than that usually.
What is the shape of those things? Are they all pretty good still, or we're down the road, we're gonna have to dig those out
We're
again?
not big enough to take it.
Dan? Yeah, what's the,
Will the new Lebanon Road address a lot of those drainage problems?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and that's
Yeah.
true.
anything else? The road and bridge comment?
I just have a suggestion, maybe I'm, this is the proper time, there's a proper time, but can we maybe put Larry under the reports for officers, committees, or special committees? And put the assessor under there too, that way, he's in the beginning of the meeting, so if he does, we can have it,
Oh,
that
then they could go as they needed to go.
He could take, that's fun meetings or something.
Yeah, we can read it, that's it.
What do you think? Anybody else opposed to that?
I'm not opposed. We were doing it there, and I think he missed a couple of meetings, so I got asked to put it back this way.
I mean, I understand.
So-
We have the
Well, if he's not-
Roman numeral 5, we can put A and B, assessor A, road commissioner B. And then if we have anything else there, anybody else wants to speak. I just think that would make our meeting smooth. If that's essential, I would just
I agree.
really make that motion to go out there on the agenda. Just a suggestion.
Do we need to vote on that, or just?
No,
Okay.
I think first part, I like that. We can suggest.
Yeah.
You can tell me.
Anybody from the crowd got anything else? I'm going to look forward to a close meeting, I'm sure.
Do you want me to say anything about anything going on?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Because I have all kinds of stuff to share, I'm so
Always
excited.
speak up.
So today we had our first chair yoga class, and that was, the instructor is a gal that owns Unity Wellness in O'Fallon, and she is somebody that Dan knows. So I contacted her, she was so sweet. I found sponsorship for that, so the fountains at Granite City is going to be paying, and so it's not going to be anything out of our pocket. And also, the fountains is trying to get approval to also pay for yoga equipment for it. So we won't have to come paying masks, locks, or any of it. So that's awesome. On the 18th of September, I'm working with Madison, or with Collinsville Faith in Action again, to do a Medicare 101 presentation. I don't know if all of y'all are aware of it, but I'm a certified SHIP counselor, and that is Senior Health Insurance Program. So I'm trained through the Illinois Department on Aging to provide Medicare counseling. So I do limited appointments at the center, but we're going to do a big PowerPoint presentation in the evening. This is geared towards folks who are still working and getting ready.
Can you send us that feedback, please? I'll post it on the calls.
Yeah.
Okay, it's I think I have posted it on there once before. But yeah. Okay, yeah, that'd be great. And then also we were talking earlier about the quarter auction. If anybody has any questions about how those run, they're really. What is it?
What's the date?
The date is November 8th.
Is that on the auction site?
Yeah, November 8th for the quarter auction. That is going to be me, and I'm going to be looking for a couple other volunteers from the township. Basically, we go and banner light the items that are being auctioned, and then when somebody wins it, we have to run it out to the person. The proceeds from that are going to be coming to us to go towards additional programming at the center. Also, they asked me to provide a wish list of things that I wish the center had that their members can bring to the auction, and by bringing it, they get like extra
something that's not provided by us. So there's some incentive for them. I asked them to bring purple and silver Christmas ornaments because I threw away all of the 500-year-old ornaments that were at the center that stunk and were moldy and busted looking and an embarrassment. And so we're going to go with colorful colors. I just like that on my own. So they're going to be bringing us Christmas stuff, and then I also have some craft supplies and small and expensive gifts that we can use when we do raffles, like when we hold the dances. There's one of the door prize, people get tickets for 50/50 pot of gold, and they also get the opportunity to win those prizes.
What time is that on November the 8th?
This is at 6 o'clock. Doors open at 6, auction starts at 7, and it's at the DFW.
And exactly, just briefly, like, how does that work?
So people come in and they pay an entry fee to get into the door.
Okay.
Either $5 or $20.
Okay.
That gets them in the door and gets them one paddle. They can buy additional paddles.
Okay.
So when an item comes up for auction, they have to put a quarter in a can, and when the quarter goes in, they're allowed to hold up their paddle.
Is that a Tuesday night? Maybe we,
Yes.
maybe
I was gonna do the Van White. I was gonna do the Van White thing.
maybe that's one. I mean, I don't know. I mean, so the senior center can get some money for this.
Yeah, this the proceeds. They're
Maybe when we get close to that meeting, depending on what's going on, that's my levy time though too. But
Thursday.
what is?
Yeah.
Anyway, who provides the items that they?
So the organization is Metro East Crafters and Direct Sales Group.
Okay.
That's who is the organization that puts on the auction. And so people in that direct sales, so think Hampton Chef, Avon, Arbonne.
Do they do free ticket sales for this?
You can buy an all-in paddle from me.
So you are doing free ticket sales right now at the senior center?
Yes.
Okay.
You can get an all-in paddle from me, or you can get it the night of. There's no benefit if you do it either way.
Well, it helps if we can pre-sell some tickets and make sure there's a lot of people
That's
there.
the whole point of it is to, so that this
Will it be
organization.
more younger people? Or, I mean, what time of night? What time does it start?
It starts at 6, and this isn't specific to seniors. Quarter auctions, I'll tell you, quarter auctions
That's fine.
are like people in their 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
There's an item that they like.
If there's an item that they like.
The craft fair is important, right?
It's craft, it's things for your house, like, Hampton Chef is cooking utensils and items, Tupperware, you know what Tupperware is, keeping it fresh.
Scentsy.
Scentsy, there you go.
No, I know Spencer.
So anyway, that's so it's fantastic.
Longaberger, what's a Longaberger?
Yeah, Longaberger basket.
Forget about it.
That's it. Anything that's a direct sale marketing. It's new and discontinued items donated from the direct sale vendors, crafters, local businessmen, and then donations or auctions for 1 to 4 quarters.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So anyway,
I'll make sure I get that.
that's all that's going on. Well, there's a bunch of other stuff going on. That's why I made sure that you got a calendar, because there's just all kinds of exciting things on.
When does yoga start?
The first yoga was today, and it is going to be the second Tuesday of every month until we can prove to her that we have a big enough crowd who is consistent enough, and then she said she'd consider coming more often.
Is it Timmy that's doing it?
Yeah.
She's doing it?
Yeah, the owner of the studio is the one coming to teach class, and they loved it. Like, Zumba's up. I'm up to usually at least 12 to 14 people that come regularly.
Anybody else have anything?
Unfinished business is all I have left.
it's going in there.
Yeah, I would make a motion to go into executive session for deliberations concerning the salary and contract negotiations with the office staff.
I have a motion.
I'd like to,
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
Okay. It's pursuant to 5 ILCS 120-2D2, section of the law that states that we have to.
is that this law here that you want me to read it? I in fact think it might be illegal to actually go into executive session, and I'll read this law. It says a public body may hold closed meetings to consider the following subjects: the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of the specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity. However, a meeting to consider an increase in the compensation to a specific employee of the public body that is subject to the Local Government Wage Increase Transparency Act may not be closed and shall be open to the public and posted and held in accordance with this act. So, I guess, one, this isn't one employee. This is increases across the board. All right. I know. I think what you're.
Can I interview?
Sure.
Read the next paragraph.
That's all I have. Public act.
Okay, so that's C1.
Okay.
C2 says this. Collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives or deliberations concerning the salary schedules for one or more classes of employees may be in the executive session. And that's 5 ILCS 120/2C2. You were saying.
Okay. And so, I guess my first question would be the Local Government Wage Increase Transparency Act. So
if you,
what is that?
So if you read that sentence, compensation to a specific employee, which is exactly what
Right.
So we're not talking about specific.
Right, we're talking across the board.
We're talking about collective bargaining. We're talking about a union. We're talking about classifications.
Right. My question is the key word that I think you just read is may.
Right.
Does
He
it say-
just made the motion.
Right. No, I agree. So my argument before we do this, and I guess you're going to abstain, but my point is, so I'm not trying
I'll
to.
actually be in this.
Oh, you're going to do this one. Okay.
I
So
can't have no input, but chief legal advice.
okay. So, but my thing to the board is, I believe that the public deserves to know. They deserve to know how their taxes are being spent and what if it's going to be 22% raises. I don't know why we're wanting to be secretive about it.
Well, because if we discuss it in open forum,
Yeah.
we could use unfair labor practice probably because we're discussing things that we're discussing in negotiations in open forum. Just like they can't go to the paper and say, we're asking for this, this, and this. They can't put it in the public forum. We can't put it in the public forum either. Negotiations are, I'm not going to say they're supposed to be confidential until you come to we have a collective bargaining agreement. And that's what we're going to discuss tonight, is the content of the collective bargaining agreement. We're not, but until we get a full contract to approve, that has to be moved for an open session. And to be honest with you, once we post that with the agenda, that'll be, I think we probably have a good public discussion after we approve it, right?
So I understand. Now, let me ask you this. I'll attend the executive session, and but am I allowed to speak about what we speak about in the executive session? Where in the law does it say that I can't tell the public what's going on?
Because it's going against the rules.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
The whole purpose of the executive session is to get a confirmation discussion, specifically with respect to these bargaining negotiations. If a member of the board decided to discuss the contents of the collective bargaining discussion for political purposes or for the purposes of getting unfair.
I just want I want to be transparent.
Sure. So to get unfair leverage over the unit with whom you're bargaining, they can then file an unfair labor practice, which is going to cost the township a bunch of money.
Why is it unfair? So, but what rule can you specifically state that says that somebody can't tell the public what's going on?
Derek, you want to go?
No, I'm asking. No, I'm just asking to help me. If you're our attorney, help me.
I told you that you shouldn't do it. If you want to do it, do it.
So you're saying there is a law or there isn't a law?
Yeah, there is, I don't have the citation right now. But
Because the reason I'm asking this is because I also get pressure from the people that elected me and say, hey, we want to know what the hell's going on. This ain't fair. First of all, it appears that something was going on and they hired you before we even knew about it to negotiate on behalf of the taxpayers when I thought it was supposed to go through this board. All right? I'm not saying that you're...
He's our attorney, though. I
know, but when it's something like this, we could have hired somebody, because you even stated that you've always been on the union side. You've never been on the taxpayer side.
I did say that in the last executive session.
All right? Well, I don't know when you said it, but my point is...
executive session.
So my point is that I just don't... I'm getting from the other side say, hey, we need to know what's going on, and I'm just trying to say, I'm trying to do what I think my job is to inform the public transparency. That's all. And that's all I'm trying to do.
I made a motion, someone second it.
We have a motion and a second.
Second.
Second on the night. Any questions? If then, roll call.
Just to go into executive session. That's...
Trustee Pat?
No.
Trustee Bowen?
Aye.
Trustee Hopkins? Yes. Trustee Breyer?
Yes.
Supervisor?
And in 6 months, though, the folks will be able to hear working executive session.
Remind you of yourself.
If the negotiations are over, I just want to vote you because I.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because that's what I was told too. I'm not trying
Oh, I
to be,
completely.
I'm looking,
Right.
6
I
months of the
completely
resolution
understand.
of the issue. So, at the meeting, we talked about the property,